represent Yellow Jackets and the Round Rock Dragons here at Memorial Stadium. Game 3 of the season for your Class 4A #1 state-ranked Yellow Jackets. As Yellow Jackets in their home Navy headgear, pants and shirts, Round Rock in the all-white attire. Kick is away, end over end, that will be taken at about the 15-yard line. It is Bull. He bobbles it momentarily, then trips over the 25-yard line, falls to the 30. Was not Bull, it was number 9, it was Peoples. John Peoples out to the 25, and that's where Round Rock, the Dragons, will begin 1st and 10 at their own 25. Here to begin the Bank of America first quarter.
Boy, if Brady Gunn, who made that tackle there about a second early, he might have that football, because he would definitely, disconnected that ball from the running back.
Chris Love is under center. One back standing behind him. It is Nick Knoll. Buzzy Earl is not in the game to begin. It's twins to both sides. A quick pass out in the flats. It is caught for about a 7-yard gain out to the 32-yard line. John Peoples, no, not John Peoples, number 19 making the catch. That is Joe Scales making the catch for the Dragons. And the Dragons coming out with twins to both sides, something a little bit different.
Well, they were running that quite a bit in pregame. Going into this win, I think they maybe want to take an opportunity to slow that front four down from Stephenville.
Love again under center. Peoples splits to the far side. Love looking to throw for Peoples. Has it. It's dropped and then caught. What a great catch from John Peoples. It was over his head. He tipped it up in the air, turned around as Jesse Fanning was scraping all over him. He found the football, made the catch just off the grass, picks up the first down for Round Rock. Ball out at about the 42-yard line.
Well, and on that play I watched that time, Boots, Parks made a pretty good rush. Harmon was triple teamed.
Might see a lot of that this evening. Twins to the near side, Love under center, offset eye behind him. First running play, handoff in the backfield, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Monk may have been in there very quickly for the Jackets, or was it Gunn on a safety blitz?
I'm not sure. I was watching the line again that time. Great call by Coach Copeland. They ran a slant right into the way the play was running, and that play never had any chance. Got minimal gain, if any.
Second down and 10 for the Dragons. Tough to see who's even carrying the ball that time. It was probably Noel, yes it was. Trips to the near side, one receiver far side, one back behind Love. He is under center. Straight drop for Love. Going on the flats. Ball is almost picked off. What a great defensive play by Jesse Fanning. If he's able to keep his fingertips on the football as he stepped up in front of Brian Jones, he's dancing in the end zone right now.
Yeah, now he should be there.
Third down and 10 for the Dragons.
About 45 yards of dancing. Man, that was a great read by Fanning. He backpedaled, saw it, broke at the right time, made a great defensive play. Big play right here.
Fanning will just have to be careful on that if later in the game that Love doesn't try to pump fake him as quickly as Fanning responded. Twins to the near side, one receiver far side, one back in the backfield behind Love. Setting up, looking is Love, going out, has his man, it's caught. He escapes one man, but not the rest of the Jacket team as they cover him up at the 49-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 6 to 7 on the pass. It will set up fourth down as Brian Jones was tackled there at the 49 by a whole host of Jacket defenders and the linebackers trailing the play. Sets up 4th and 3, and the Dragons will be forced to punt.
Good pressure that time by Scott Lee from his defensive end position. And the great play by the secondary. They really suckered Round Rock into throwing that play.
James Key back to punt for the Dragons. Gunn and Phelps back deep for the Jackets in return. Snap back. Kick is away, low into the wind, spiraling kick will be taken by Phelps. He bobbles it momentarily, then tries to pick it up, finally does, and gets hammered pretty hard at the 20-yard line. Very fortunate for Phelps that he's able to come up with that ball after the 32-yard kick, because it was one of those in-between hops that hit him right at the shin.
Yeah, that's like a shortstop trying to come up and make that short hop, and it doesn't work. And boy, that doggone oblong football will really bounce weird. And fortunately, it bounced back to Stephenville.
Van Haddam, Doty, and Collier, the guards. Van Haddam, the center. Keggins, Doty's the tackles. Bashaw split to the near side. Briles will bring the team up to the line. Logan Sinotsky is at a tight end. Hunter is the tailback with Haney, the fullback. Offset power eye to the near side. Briles pitching to the near side. Hunter looking for the sideline. He's in some trouble. Finds the corner. Gets a little bit more room after a juke step. Steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 4.5 on the play, as the original spot was the 21. 4 yards for Hunter. Second down and 6 for the Jackets. 9:30 and counting here in the Bank of America first quarter. 0-0 our score.
Chris Jordan, the backer, the one that ran Hunter out of bounds. Haney not quite able to get around there to turn that block back in. And Jordan showing you some pretty good speed.
Briles is under center. One back behind him is Haney, the fullback. 3 to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side. Briles under center. Drops the snap, but picks it up and then runs. And has some running room. 30, 35, gets to the outside 40 and goes out of bounds at the 43, 44-yard line. And after that 19-yard scamper, you wonder, do we try to put that into the offensive game plan, drop the football, let everybody wonder where it is, and then come around the near side?
It's almost like the old Fumblerooski, or the guard are eligible, go around. Yeah, Nebraska made that one famous, didn't they? And then they made them stop running.
1st and 10, and boy, Yellow Jackets used to run the Fumblerooski a little bit themselves.
Yeah,
you
that's
notice
right.
a guard running downfield. Briles for the first time tonight in shotgun position, rolling to the near side, setting up, has great time. Throwing the deep ball, has an open receiver, 20, caught, 10, down at the 9-yard line. A great catch made for the Yellow Jackets as Cody Avalos, as he stretched out, looking a lot like a 25 from last year would look. What a great hookup from Briles to Avalos. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. They'll spot him actually at the 11-yard line. 45 yards on the completion from Briles to Avalos, and my, how pretty did that pass look?
Yeah, and Avalos just, Briles laid it out there perfect, and Avalos just kind of lost his balance there. He scores easily.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at the Round Rock 11-yard line. Jackets' first series of the game. Bashaw directly behind Briles in the fullback position. He'll go in motion, line up as a wingback on the right side. Briles is under center. Play action, rolling to the near side. Still looking. Now he'll decide to run. Now he'll throw the ball away. Has an open receiver. Caught, touchdown! Toby O'Neill making a great move in the back of the end zone to find an empty seam. Briles found him, connects. The 11-yard touchdown is good as the cornerback on the play, Haleman, slipped and fell down, leaving O'Neill open for the Jackets to take the early lead. 6-0 in the Bank of America first quarter. PAT upcoming.
And I guarantee you there's some coaches in the Stephenville box up here going, no, yes.
Because when he let it go, Haleman was in great position there to make the pick in the end zone.
That did not look good, did it? But it turned out great.
Even getting set, Petronas has the hold. Nelson's kick is on the way. It is up, and it is no good. He hooked it to the near side. So with 8:48 to go here in the Bank of America first quarter.
Look at that Chevy Silverado. I could rule the pasture in that. And there's a new Sunfire. I could get some bovine babes with that. And how about that Montana? Big enough to get a hold of all my...
Welcome back, 6-0, Stephenville over Round Rock. Each team has had one series. Stephenville getting to kick back off. Virgin with the kick as we await. Johnny, the scoring drive?
Well, it's pretty nice. 4 plays, 79 yards. Took a minute and 45. Briles to O'Neill for the 11-yard pass. The extra point, no good. 6-0. Hey, that scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's on the South Loop. By the way, they deliver at lunch, and they delivered a pretty good breakfast this morning. And with that first score, a generous donation will be made to the Erath County Meals on Wheels by Scott Osmond, attorney-at-law.
High pooch kick comes to the 20-yard line, fielded by one of the up men of the Dragons. Finds a seam, gets out to about the 38-yard line. Making the return for the Dragons was Corey Hellman, the cornerback that slipped on the last play. 17 yards on the return. Let's go down on the sideline right now.
Oh, not yet.
Well, doesn't have his headset on. Golly, we brought him up from AAA, David Davis, to handle the sideline.
He's over there working in the huddle, so he wanted to prepare himself for some, maybe when we do go to it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons of Round Rock at the Stephenville at the Round Rock 38-yard line. 8:39 to go here in the Bank of America. First quarter, 6-0 Stephenville. Love is under center, offset eye, split behind him. Play action, no, the draw is given and tackled at the line of scrimmage. First man there was Scott Lee.
And Jilson.
Jilson also is there for Nick Knoll. Running back gets nothing, and well, let's see if our men.
No,
not ready yet.
When you saw Jilson make that tackle, that's why you spend time in the weight room doing squats right there. Did you see him? It was just man on man, and I think he won that battle fairly easily.
Half a yard is given on the carry. Twins to the near side. Two receivers to the far side, Johnny.
He had to run 7 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When you take the draw from that deep, Love throwing out in the flats, has Peoples. Peoples with some shifty running ability, clears the 50-yard line, gets to the 49 of Stephenville, and that's enough for a first down. And Johnny, you got to see John Peoples in the open field, a very elusive runner.
A great block that time by number 74, Chris Garvey, as Jeff Scott had a beat on him down around the 45-yard line, and Garvey just made a great kick-out block, and he cut right back inside like he should have.
We'll go to David Davis right after this play. Hart is under center, I formation behind him, split receivers to both sides. The draw again, handoff, and hammered by Harmon back at the 50-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Steven Sannon was the one that took the handoff, and you got to see his helmet a la slingshot backwards.
You know, his back was toward the offense. Did you notice that? He just reached out with his left arm and said that'd be about as far as we're going to go.
That's a little cliffhanger. Look him go to the sideline now, and he's already to the bench.
Yeah.
So I've had enough.
All right, maybe we'll catch David after this play.
Twins to the near side, offset eye behind Love. And Love again under center. This time, Noel is back in the game. In motion is Jones to the near side as Hart rolls to the near side. Looking to flow out in the flats, has his man. It's caught at the 39-yard line. That'll be about a football length short of the yardage needed for the first. The catch is made by the tight end, Wayne Hurt. Let's go to David Davis. And David, your first time on the sideline, enjoying it?
Absolutely enjoying it. It's the best view in the house, I think, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I would definitely think so. Did you get to hear what the offensive huddle had to say after the last touchdown?
No, I missed getting to hear the offensive huddle, but I heard after the score, the coaches were telling the defensive guys, come on, 1, 2, 3 and out, 1, 2, 3 and out.
That's a pretty good plan, I think.
Well, and maybe it'll work the next series, because this time certainly they're having a little bit of trouble. They're measuring on the near sideline are the officials.
About what you call Boots.
About a football length short. Is it first prediction of the year?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
So it will be a third down situation for the Dragons. They will have to get inside the 39, and the ball is on the 39-yard line of Stephenville. 7:03 remaining in the Bank of America first quarter. Stephenville 6, Round Rock nothing.
Having some early success with those short outs, and I think, for a little while, the defense will certainly give them that. Are they trying to set up, like you say, maybe a pump fake and go deeper?
Could be.
Probably not in this win, though.
Chris Love looking good right now here in the early on, the 6'4", 175-pound quarterback. Sends two receivers to the near side. It is Hurt and Peoples to this side. Tight end look as well. One back behind Love. Love gives the handoff. He will not make the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 1 on the play is Noel as he bobbled the handoff momentarily from Love. And by the time he got his bearings straight, the Jacket defense was on top of him. Craig Parks, welcome back to the defensive front.
Yeah, he bobbled that ball for just a second, and Parks just outdid his man, the guy in front of him, Anthony Carlin, and the running back for Round Rock, never any chance at all.
So it's about 1.5 yards needed for the first down. And our fourth down, the Dragons will go for it. Love under center with two backs behind him, two receivers to the far side. Sends one man in motion. Rolling to that side is Love. Love looking to throw, has an open receiver. It's underthrown, incomplete. The ball will turn over on downs. Intended receiver was Brian Jones, and Love put a little bit too much heat at the feet of Jones.
And now what do you do on that, Boots? You give Stephenville the ball on the 60 yards away. By the way, was Scott Lee held on that play or what? He broke through the line, and I think it was the left tackle, Garvey, just reached out and grabbed him, and no call from the backside because there was no backside official there to watch it. So watch it on film, you'll see it.
Alrighty, I will. Douglas on the far side, O'Neal to the near side. Briles under center, two backs behind him. Matkins goes in motion to the far side. Briles play action now does hand the ball to Hunter, and Hunter has a lot of trouble as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that will be about it. He was met pretty rudely as he hit the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, never really had a chance. Right side of that line really shot through. I think it looked like maybe a stunt there they were running, and they guessed right.
Chris Jordan was the backer coming up on a blitz that time. Johnny came right through the middle untouched, and he did hit Hunter at the line of scrimmage. Three receivers far side, one to the near side. Briles standing next to Hunter in shotgun formation as Art audibilizes the play in with the hand signals. Now Briles does the hand signals for the play, standing in shotgun. Awaiting the snap, back to him, running the option to the far side. Looking, now he'll decide to cut back. He's in a lot of trouble as he's had to completely reverse his field. He's got a seam, 40, 45, across midfield, and will go out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And two Round Rock defenders collide with each other on the sideline and take most of the abuse as Briles was untouched.
That's right. Let's see, one of them was Jordan, the other was Helen. Helen was not having a good first corner tonight as he just got run over by his linebacker, Chris Jordan.
It's been a long time since Stephenville has had a option quarterback that could go almost to the near sideline, completely reverse his field, and outrun the support coming back to the near side. It's a good feeling to have.
Probably 6 years, huh?
I would think so. Stuart?
Yeah.
Briles is under center, two backs behind him. Now a double wingback set as all people out of the backfield shift. Briles stepping back, looking to throw. Wanting to throw the deep ball. Has an open receiver, and Bashaw is pulled down on the play. Matkins, I should say. And no flag as the official on the far sideline says the ball was uncatchable. And I think, Johnny, Jeremy Matkins will be talked to by the coaching staff.
Look at the coach from Round Rock. He was out almost to the hash marks.
The sophomore, the point I'm making, Johnny, is that once he got his jersey tugged, he quit running.
Yeah.
And what that made is the appearance that the ball was uncatchable. If Mackin continues to run hard, the ball might look a little more catchable. He might get the interference called. Second down and 10 for the Jackets. Throwing the quick hitter out to Hunter. Hunter is in trouble, escapes. Gets across 45, inside down to the 40-yard line, and that one was all Hunter as he escaped two tackles at the line of scrimmage after he took the quick hitter from Briles. He will get about 8 on the play, and it'll set up third down and 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot, around the 40-yard line of Round Rock.
Number 6, Caleb King, should have had him in the backfield, Boots. That was that first one you talked about that he broke, and you're right, it was all Zach Hunter. And you see the strength of the lower body, well, upper and lower body of Zach Hunter on a play like that.
We'll call it 3 yards for the Jackets. They need to get to about the 37 of Round Rock. Stephenville leading 6-0 over Round Rock here in the Bank of America first quarter. Briles under center, going straight ahead on the quarterback sneak, will get all the way down to about the 46, if that is the spot. And how about Kendal Briles taking the snap and just with incredible quickness, exploding between the center and guard, finding a seam for the first down. It is first for Stephenville.
Yeah, he outran Van Haddam on that one. He just tapped him on his butt and then said, here we go. And he just kind of went off the left side of Van Haddam.
And isn't it nice that you have back your senior center that you're used to playing with, so that if you walk up to him, give him the quick touch, you can get the snap and you know what's going on. First and 10 for the Jackets out the Round Rock 47. Play action. Briles rolling to the near side, in some trouble. Will step up and let this one fly over the head of O'Neal, who was clearing at about the 15-yard line. And for the first time tonight, we've seen Briles really overthrow someone.
Well, and boy, O'Neal was wide open at about the 20. And credit the front line of Round Rock, because if they don't make Briles stop for just a minute, he gets to throw it when he wants to. That's 6 points, easy.
Second down and 10 for the Jackets at the Round Rock. We'll actually call it the 46-yard line. 4:18 to go here in the Bank of America first quarter. Stephenville 6, Round Rock nothing. Jackets will send 2 receivers to the far side. It's Douglas out there as well as Felts. Felts getting the pitch on the reverse, looking to throw, trying to find O'Neal over his fingertips at the 14-yard line. Jackets were running the reverse pass as Felts had lined up as a receiver on the far side, took the pitch on the reverse from Briles, and if that ball is probably a foot lower, O'Neal scores on the play because he had gotten behind the secondary on the fake reverse pass.
Well, and I think that pass would have been perfect. It looked like Toby, when he made his cut, he came back a little ways instead of going toward the end zone. If he angles toward the end zone, it's right in his hands.
So it's third down and 10 for the Jackets. A little bit of excitement on the last 2 plays, but no yards to show for it. Briles is under center. He'll send one man, that's Hunter, a wingback on the right side. Now Matkins in motion. Briles rolling, still rolling. Going out the flats, finds Hunter. Hunter tries to cut back, will not have enough for the first down as he'll be tackled at around the 32-yard line. We'll wait on the spot, maybe the 33. It's not that good of a spot. Only 5 yards on the play, and it will set up now 4th down and 5 for the Jackets. And I talked to Servetto, the kicking coach, before the game. I said, how far can we kick with this wind? And he said, probably pretty much as far as you want to. But the Jackets will elect to go for it here. It would be about a 50-yarder with the wind.
Well, since you're only up 6, I think you want to try to get 7 here.
Briles is under center. Jackets actually need 7 on the play. Play action. Briles setting up in some trouble. Rolling to the far side. He'll try to make the first down. He will get the corner. 30. He gets the first down. 20-yard line, 21-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. And Kendal Briles done a great job of outrunning the defensive lineman to the sideline after the 12-yard scamper to pick up the first down on 4th down. What a gutsy play from your junior quarterback.
It didn't look like he had any chance of getting around that corner, Boots. He had 2 good defenders out there, and you just saw the speed of Kendal right there. And, boy, when it was time to go, he just turned on the jets, got around the corner, and picked up 12. Boy, that's a big, big conversion right there.
1st and 10 for the Jackets, 3:06 and counting. Stephenville up 6-0 over Round Rock. Handoff over the right side. Hunter finds a seam, gets inside to the 15-yard line before he's powered back. Probably the 16 is only where the spot will be, but it is a gain of 5 for Zach Hunter. As the clock continues to roll, 2:50 and counting here in the Bank of America first quarter.
Boy, this game is just flying by.
It is homecoming halftime.
And as soon as I say that, Jackets call timeout.
We'll take a timeout with them. 2:40 to go, 6-0 Stephenville back in 1.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus.
Jackets take the timeout. It's now 2nd down and 6 for Stephenville. Ball outside the 16-yard line of Round Rock.
Boots, I think that timeout right there by Coach Briles tells you how important he thinks this is to score here. You know, this is what they did last week a couple of times and didn't get any points. I'm sure he wants to get in the end zone right now.
Especially with the wind as we're about to switch sides in about 2.5 minutes. Briles rolling to the near side, setting up, throwing the deep fade pattern over the head of O'Neal. It's not quite caught, and then it's intercepted, or is it? It is intercepted by Round Rock as the ball went off the fingertips for the 3rd time in this drive over the head of O'Neal, and making the interception in the back of the end zone for Round Rock was, it looked like Hellman, the man who had been beaten earlier. Just a lucky bounce lands right in his hands, and the Jackets do not get any more points, do not get any points on this drive. And now for the 4th time in this early season in the last 2 games, John, we've seen Stephenville go in the red zone and come away with no points.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating because as I was saying right before that play, you could tell they really wanted to score there.
Chris Love is under center. Handoff over the right side going nowhere. Looks like Noel took the handoff. We'll wait till they unpile. It was Noel taking the handoff going forward for maybe nothing. 2nd down and 10 for Stephenville. 2:20 and counting in the Bank of America first quarter. Stephenville 6, Round Rock nothing.
Again, Craig Parks in on that tackle as well. Boy, it's good to see him back.
2 receivers near side are on David Davis and standing behind the offensive huddle as they're talking on the sideline. He'll get some perspective on that. We'll bring it to you in just momentarily. Chris Love rolling out, setting up, looking to throw in the flats. Has an open receiver. Good catch is made. They'll say he went out of bounds. Nice catch by John Peoples, but they'll say his foot came down out of bounds. And Johnny, Chris Love and Peoples look like a nice combination as far as the 12-yard out is considered. They have great timing on it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch when they get the wind at the back, if maybe they don't try to maybe fake that and go up. But you're right, inside of 10, 12 yards, they're looking pretty good. Gilson just about a half a step late getting to Love that time, but he did knock him down.
Interesting for the Jackets, important, I should say, that stops the clock with 1:57. It's now 3rd down and 10. Love under center. Rolling to the far side, setting up, and he's killed by Harmon. Ball is loose. It's still loose at the 5. Stephenville looking to pick it up. They get on it at the 1-yard line. I believe Stephenville has.
Nope.
No, they will signal 4th down. One of the offensive linemen from Round Rock got back on the football at the 1, and I said killed last 2 weeks, and I got to find a different word, but when you watch Harmon do that to a quarterback, it's the first word that comes to your mouth.
And did you see the stunt that he ran? He came all the way around, did a little loop, and came around. He ran through there untouched. It was Travis Colvin, the big 6'4", 270 guy that fell on it. I think one of the Stephenville Yellow Jackets tried to pick it up and run in, and I think he'll be reminded that you should just fall on the football.
That was right at about the 5-yard line, and when he was not able to make the clean handle, it pushed the ball forward, and I think that's when Round Rock, one of their offensive linemen, jumped on it at the 1. So back to punt in the back of the end zone is James Key. He awaits the snap. Comes to him. Jackets do not put on the rush. Into the wind. Not a very good punt as it lands at the 30 and is taken by Feltz. He'll go 30, 25, trying to the sideline, 20, makes it 15, looking for the cutback, goes out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And nice job by Feltz on the 30-yard return to see the high bounce from the wobbler look almost harmless enough that he could take that on the run. He did pick it up and made a nice 30-yard return to put the Jackets right back in great field position at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's just about as good as getting the fumble recovery down there when you can get it right back. Well, that series couldn't have worked out any better. That was kind of a Lamarck right before halftime series, wasn't it?
Yes, quickly back.
Where they really just shot themselves in the foot.
Trips to the near side, one receiver far side. On the far side, it is Douglas. Briles under center, looking to throw the deep fade on the far sideline for Douglas. It's up over his head. He can't quite pull that one down. And
nice push off by Douglas that time.
And he didn't really even have to push off because the cornerback on that side trying to guard him is only 5'11", and when you have Douglas 6'5". But, John, it's something we saw last week with Briles. His pass is just a little bit too tall. And when I say a little bit, I'm not talking feet. I'm talking inches.
Yeah, I mean, he's just missing his mark. And, again, that'll come with timing for sure.
46 seconds and left in the first quarter. Briles again under center. It is 2nd and goal to go from the 10-yard line. Briles on a draw, gives the ball to Hunter, and Hunter is stopped about 3 yards deep in the backfield, and that was something that Round Rock was expecting because it now sets up 3rd down and to go from the 12-yard line. And, Johnny, I've got to think if Stephenville does not get the ball in the end zone here, you've got to come out and kick the field goal just to get you up by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, and your time is running down now. I guess you hurry up and run a play, and if you don't make it, maybe stop the clock.
With a timeout. It's 17 seconds and counting. Stephenville with the win. Briles is under center. Play action, rolling to the far side. Briles setting up, looking to throw, still looking. He's in some trouble. He's at the 15-yard line, tries to make a move at the 10, and he'll be hammered at about the 9-yard line. He does not go out of bounds, and the clock will expire for the first quarter, and Stephenville will not be able to kick this one with the wind. They'll have to kick the field goal into the wind as the first quarter of Bank of America's comes to a close.
Hi folks, this is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, and this is my dad Dwayne. Bruner Motors has been a mainstay on Stephenville South Loop for over 30 years now because of great pricing, service, and financing. At Bruner's, we care.
Welcome to start the second quarter. Second quarter brought to us by Cook Lumber. Stephenville will attempt the field goal. Eben Nelson is out on the field. His last kick, he did miss the extra point. Interesting to see if that plays a factor here. He will be kicking into the wind. Petronas gets set for the hold. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. Plenty of boot. It is up, and it is good.
Tanglewood Pharmacy and Tanglewood Medical Supplies are opening their doors to dole out those great products and services that everyone has come to know. Looks like some of their most recent customers have come from surrounding areas. Could this have something to do with...
Welcome back. We'll give the scoring drive, and then after this kickoff return, we'll go to David Davis. I know he had a chance on the sideline to listen to some of the coaching staff talk to their offense, and after this kickoff return, we will go to David to get his opinions on what the coaching staff had to say. Johnny, the last scoring drive?
Well, at 4 plays, 10 yards, only took 15 seconds. Nelson on that 26-yard field goal. That scoring summary brought to you by Barnes and McCullough.
Now, where did the actual line of scrimmage was it on that last kick?
The 9.
Okay, and didn't Feltz return the ball to the 10-yard line?
10, yeah.
So it was actually only a 1-yard drive then.
That's as far as it went.
High pooch kick comes to the near sideline. It will be handled and then tackled immediately at the 29-yard line, making the return. One of the up men for Round Rock is Corey Hellman, the cornerback. Been a busy man tonight. Let's go down to David Davis. And Davis, I noticed that Coach Randy Clements, the offensive line coach, was really talking to his linemen. What was that conversation about?
Well, I don't have a program, but he was saying that number 72 is who they wanted to block. He said, don't let number 72 get behind the line. And you look on your program boots and tell me who number 72 is.
That'd be Sonny Martinez. He is the defensive tackle.
All right, that's who he was on. And he said he doesn't care whose job it is. You guys have got to get him blocked.
All righty, thank you, David Davis. Chris Love back in shotgun. He throwing the ball in the flats. Throws to his receiver, John Peoples. It is good for the first down.
Or it should be anyway. He got a horrible spot.
That's the worst spot I've ever seen. He was past the 41-yard line.
He was about the 42.
Boy, and it's right in front of the Round Rock coaching staff, and they're not complaining about the spot. It will be.
Unless maybe he was juggling it and we couldn't see it from here, but it didn't look like it. Here's your numbers, Boots, for the first quarter. Stephenville, 58 rushing, 55 passing for 113. I'll get you Round Rocks right after this.
Chris Love under center this time, sends one man in motion to the Twins side. Throwing out in the flats, has the receiver. It's through his hands. The intended receiver For Round Rock was Brian Jones.
Rushing minus 19 for Round Rock, 40 passing for a total of 21. So 113 to 21. 5 first downs for Stephenville, 2 for Round Rock. And by the way, Boots, on both sides, no penalties.
Hey, we have not seen a yellow hanky tonight. Well, we probably just jinxed that. Third down and 1 for Round Rock at their own 39-yard line. Stephenville on top, 9-0 here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Love under center, hands off to Knoll. Knoll is hammered behind the backfield. A loss of about 1 on the play. It'll set up 4th down and 1, and I would think at your own 39-yard line, there's no way you can go for it. Gordon Carroll in there at defensive end was the first man to hit Knoll, and here comes the punt team for the Dragons.
Have you noticed tonight how many tackles Stephenville has made that are just both arms wrapped up face-to-face with the running back? That tells you one thing. The offensive line is getting whipped by Round Rock. If you're getting clean shots at the running backs like that.
With excellent technique as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Round Rock getting set to punt. James Key is back, takes the snap. His punt is away from his own 30. With the win, the kick will be taken by Feltz at his 20. He drops it again, but picks it up, comes to the near side, makes a move, 25, finds a seam to the 30, out to the 34-yard line. 37-yard kick and about a 7 or 8 yard return for Feltz after the drop. Gives the Jackets good field position at the 34-yard line of Round Rock. Now 10-18 to go here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. 9-0 Stephenville. Johnny?
Well, as David Davis was saying a while ago that Coach Copeland said, 3 and out, boys, 3 and out. Well, he's got to be real happy right now because I'm telling you, clock time and all, just a minute and not quite 40 seconds they took off the clock.
Johnny, would you watch in the trenches this time and see how number 72, Sonny Martinez, is handled after Coach Clements had his colorful speech with his linemen?
I will.
Trips to the far side, 1 receiver near side. Briles is the one back. He is under center, throwing out the flats, has Bashaw, juggles it momentarily, and then he is hammered back at the 29-yard line. And boy, that was a play that Round Rock saw coming the whole way as Jay Doty, the tackle, was trying to get out there and get a block. But the near side backer, defensive end, I should say, Mike Harper of Round Rock, read that so quickly. He was atop of Bashaw before he could do anything.
Well, to answer your question, Martinez didn't have time to do anything that time, so he wasn't a factor. We'll watch him this time.
It is a completion, but a completion for -3. It's 2nd down and 13 for Stephenville. Briles, play action, rolling to the far side. Still looking, still looking, still looking. Now we'll throw it deep over the middle, and the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it was Sterling Doty that was chasing Martinez around the field. he went in to make a shot at him. Just as he did, he squirted outside the official, and the official took the blunt of that blow from Doty. He looked back at Doty like, "Hey, I'm in the striped shirt.
Not me.
Get the other guy."
Well, Sonny Martinez for Round Rock is a marked man right now.
My coach told me to get 72. I'm going to get him.
Twins to the far side, 1 receiver near side. 3rd and 13. Now a officials timeout. They're respotting the football. 9:39 to go here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 9, Round Rock nothing. Briles in shotgun. Double wingback set, split both sides. Briles rolling to the far side, setting up, looking to throw. Has an open receiver. O'Neal, first down, knocked out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Round Rock. Make it the 47. And what a great strike from Briles to O'Neal to pick up about the 25-yard gain. 22 actually on the official spot. 1st and 10 for Stephenville in Round Rock territory.
Man, Toby O'Neal was wide open, and you're exactly right. They ran away from Martinez in that rush and gave Kendal plenty of time to throw the football.
Twins to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Split on the near side is Douglas and Avalos. Briles is in shotgun with Hunter standing next to him. Briles awaits the snap, back to him, running the inside trap to Hunter, finds a seam, no Briles on the keeper. 45, 40, 35, 30, trying to find a seam. He'll get to the corner, 10, 5, touchdown Kendal Briles. It goes 48 yards and Stephenville extends 15-0 with the PAT upcoming at the 9:21 mark.
They never knew who had the football and pretty much expected Hunter to be the guy that did.
Doty has the snap. It's back to Petronas, who has the hold. Nelson's kick is up, and it is no good again. Eben has missed 2 extra points tonight. Welcome back. 9:21 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. Johnny, the last scoring drive?
It was a good one, I might add. I see 4 plays, 66 yards, took exactly 1 minute. Briles on the 48-yard run. Extra point, no good, 15-0. That scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital. By the way, 3 scoring plays tonight, scoring drives, all of them 4 plays.
Ooh. Brent Virgin will pooch this one out of bounds. So the Jacket kicking game not looking very good right now. And Coach Servetto, the Jacket kicking coach on the sideline, had a few short words for Eben after that last missed extra point. And now he's going to have to go talk to his kickoff kicker.
Well, and you know, I'm sure he just turned around to him and said, you know how to do this. We do it all day, every day. We did it in pregame. Just do it. Okay, I'll do it. Here's some scores for you. Into the first quarter, Brownwood 7, Angelo Lakeview nothing. First quarter, Weatherford Burleson nothing.
Well, that's a little bit surprising, don't you think?
Yeah, I think David Davis might have something. They're going to make them kick it again, by the way. Yeah, David?
Just had a chance to listen to the offensive line talking and getting some tips on how to block for some stunts that the Dragons are pulling from the defensive line, and figuring out how to take care of those stunts, how to communicate with each other, and make sure that everybody's on the same page to handle stunts.
Well, we've always wanted to know how to handle stunts, Johnny.
Yeah, for me, don't do them.
Different kinds of stunts.
Exactly.
Jackets will have to kick off again 5 yards further back. Virgin hits the kick high, pushed on the near sideline. This one's going to go out of bounds again. Well, it's become a nightmare for the Jacket kickers tonight. And, you know, Johnny, it's something Stephenville has taken for granted for so long.
Well, you
is
remember,
no problems with kickers.
We said this last year, you know, there's one part of the game that's never automatic, and that is the kicking game. And how many teams have we played over the years, and especially last year, even in the playoffs, i.e. South Lake Carroll, played teams like that who could not kick
Brownwood
the football.
would have trouble.
Brownwood. Teams that could not kick the football, and boy, it's something you do take for granted. And suffice it to say that this is a kicking game that will get straightened out real quick.
Jackets will be forced to kick from their own 30-yard line, Brent Virgins. I have a feeling that the coaching staff have said, no pooch kicks to any near or far sideline. Kick this right between the hashes.
Now, they've been getting the ball the last couple of times, Boots, they being Round Rock, around the 38 to 40-yard line. Let's see where they get it here.
Jackets are kicking into that stiff wind. And, Holly, you were asking about the flags?
They're up.
They're there now.
Thank you. And they're whipping pretty good.
Virgin again will kick off. This time he'll be kicking from his own 30-yard line. Stephen leading 15-0. Kick is away. This is a high kick that will come at about the 30-yard line up to the 35. Peoples has it 40, 45 across midfield to the 45 of Stephenville to the 43-yard line. And boy, that's a situation, John, where kicking game costs you some yardage.
Is that the first time they've been across the midfield? I think it is.
First time, well, they may have caught one of those passes earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Just across the midfield stripe.
They haven't been across the opponent's 40, and they're at the 43 right now. And you're exactly right. That did cost them.
So it's 1st and 10 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 43-yard line. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Love is under center with one back behind him. It is Noel. Love under center. Looking to throw out in the flats, has a receiver, but does not look back for the football. Love was wanting to hit on the quick seam Wayne Hurt, the tight end, who was split as a flanker, but Hurt had different ideas and didn't even look back for the football. Incomplete.
He almost acted as if he wasn't the primary.
Like he was supposed to be blocking.
Yeah, because he never looked. He didn't even look like he was trying to run a route. Just get down there and get out of the way like a decoy.
One receiver to the near side is Brian Jones. One receiver to the far side is Peoples. I formation this time behind Love. Pitch to the far side. In some trouble. Coming back to the near side in running room. 45-40. Makes a move to the outside. Clip. This one's coming back and tackled finally at the 22-yard line is Steven Salmon. But a clip on the Jacket cornerback on the near side at about the 33-yard line. And this one will back it up from the 33. Tack 10 to 15 depending on the type of penalty. And you'll be back around the 43-yard line again.
So I think it's going to end up being about a 10-yard gain, and then they're going to take yardage off of that because he was at the line of scrimmage was a 43. It's pushing it back. That was a dumb block. I mean, not to say anything about the kid, but
was not necessary.
When he sees that on film, he's not going to be happy.
Steven Sandin took the pitch, went to the far side, and he was in a tremendous amount of trouble, but there was no backside support.
Well, after the 10-yard penalty, it ends up being exactly no gain. So officially he gets 10 yards, but then it comes right back, and it's 2nd and 10 all over again.
Love under center, one receiver near side, two to the far side. One of the receivers on the near side is a slot. Love throwing out, has the ball tipped away. Big Scott Lee got his hands up there. Harmon, one of the two of them, tipped the ball away. It was Scott Lee that knocks it out of the intended receiver. Just got a piece of it enough to redirect the football away from the anticipated receiver for Love. So it sets up now 3rd down and 11.
Round Rock 3rd for Stephenville, and a Waco chapter at that.
How about that? Exactly.
They're known for throwing flags.
Love, play action, setting up, looking to throw, throwing the deep ball to no one. Far sideline, and the closest people to that football was somebody in about the 2nd row of the stands in the far corner of the Round Rock visiting section.
You know what that series looked like? I had an opportunity to come out here to Stephenville to this field during the summer. It looked like some of the 7-on-7 that I saw. They were just standing back and throwing it as far as they could.
Hoping somebody'd run underneath it.
Man, that was ugly.
So back deep to punt for Round Rock again is James Key.
Boy, how big was that penalty?
Just totally took away any momentum they may have had. Great kick is going to be fair caught at about the 10-yard line. 33-yard kick, great because it pins Stephenville back at their own 10. Fair caught by Feltz. Stephenville begin 1st and 10 in the defense. Give him a hand.
Exactly. Feltz did exactly what you're supposed to. If it's coming down to you at the 10, you catch it. But that one might have gone all the way into the end zone.
Well, just because of the wind and how much momentum and trajectory it had. But who knows with that funny football,
exactly.
it might just dig in right there.
But that's a great play by the Feltz to get that ball at least at the 10-yard line. Plenty of time on the clock to go down and score now with a long 90-yard drive.
8:28 and counting. That's good for stats, too.
Yeah, it really would be. That'd be a good thing if we could take the ball and just eat up a bunch of clock and go 90 yards. We got a player hurt for Round Rock.
Finally getting off the field. That is their defensive outside backer, Chris George, 6 foot 195. Pretty strong defensive player for Round Rock.
I don't know if that's an equipment problem or it might be an equipment problem. We'll watch.
Briles is under center. Inside trap, handoff to Walker. Walker will go forward to about the 11-yard line. A pickup of 1, maybe 2 on the play. Very conservative for Art Briles with his offense here deep in their own end zone.
Yes, indeed. Hey, by the way, wanted to say we didn't really get a chance to really enjoyed watching last Saturday night. Kellen Luker, Cody Cardwell had got a little TV exposure in the SMU's game against Arkansas. They turned out not to be sure what they wanted, but they looked pretty good.
Boy, especially as freshmen stepping up just like that.
First game of the year.
Briles is in shotgun with 2 backs standing next to him, and they do not get the playoff in time.
Boots, how would you like to be able to say to your kids someday, and I don't care what anybody says, it still has all the mystique. Very first college game you were eligible for, you played in the Cotton Bowl.
How about that?
Man, wouldn't that be cool?
Hey, let's go to David Davis on the sideline. I know he was right there. The coaching staff not happy. The play did not get off. David, do you think that play didn't get in from the sideline, or what were the coaches saying?
I couldn't hear what the coaches were saying, but it's pretty clear that Kendal and his backers had a little bit of miscommunication there, and that was the problem. And I think that's what the coaches were trying to address with them.
All righty, David Davis, appreciate that.
Nice music in the background.
He got a little xylophone working. Briles setting up. He's in a lot of trouble in the end zone. Still getting out. Finally does. He'll be at the 2-yard line where he's sacked. And boy, a situation where the Jacket offense either is feast or famine, Johnny.
Yeah, Kendal never had a chance on that play at all.
Offensive linemen are having a tough time with whatever the front for defensive-wise for Round Rock, including the backers, whatever they're doing right now. So it sets up.
Well, let's hope it wasn't 72.
Or it might be ugly on the sideline here in just a moment. 3rd and 17 for the Jackets at their own 2-yard line.
Well, now what do you do?
You send 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Briles is under center. Throwing out in the flats has Hunter, 5 out to the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Maybe a late hit, but no call.
Oh, my gosh. He was 2 yards out of bounds when he got hit.
But what a great play. You see quads to the near side. One of those receivers is Hunter. He takes one step back, takes the catch, and you have 3 blockers already in front of him.
Yeah, and you give your kicker a little something to work with now. You get, 8-9 yards on that play.
Jackets will be having to punt from the end zone into this stiff wind, so the defense will be called upon at least one more time. 6:42 here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. O'Neal juggled it momentarily, did get the kick away, takes a great Stephenville bounce, still bowling forward outside the 45 to the 46-yard line, 36 yards into that wind. Nice job by O'Neal, who momentarily bobbled the snap. And the Jackets also being very smart. They don't pick the ball up until the official just now tells them they have to, and that allows more time to run off the clock.
That's right. And, legal took, what?
I don't know what that is. Is that a warning?
Yeah,
Legal touching against Stephenville. That must be because they waited so long and then picked it up at the end of the play. But it is 1st and 10 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 46-yard line. Twins to the far side. Offset eye behind Love. Love rolling out to the far side. Looking, throwing in the flats over the head of the intended receiver. Intended receiver was Peoples. Maybe close to a interference, but Jeff Scott got his hands on the back of the receiver just as Peoples was making the cut. Don't think the ball was catchable anyway.
I'm not sure it was either. They're bound determined they're going to make that play work, aren't they, Boots?
What are Love's numbers as we speak?
We were just going to check that. 6 for 14 for 49 yards.
And still in the negative for rushing, I'm assuming.
I would think, yeah. They haven't done much here in the second quarter. We're halfway through it almost.
Love is under center. Twins to the far side. Offset eye again behind him. Double tight end look. Once again, Love rolls to the far side. Setting up, throwing out in the flats. Has his receiver going out of bounds is Jones, just shy of the yardage needed for the first down, I believe. We'll wait on the spot. It is. It's about 2 yards short of the yardage needed. Ball is spotted at the 38. They need to get to the 36. So it brings up now 3rd down and a long 2 for the Dragons.
Ryan Harris just about a step late getting over there that time, but closed, of course, and made the big tackle to keep him short of the first down. Well, I think they're in 4-down territory now if they were earlier in the ball game, going the other direction.
3rd and 2 for the Dragons, trailing Stephenville 15-0 in the second quarter. Handoff over the left side. Noel will get stacked up. He will not get the yardage needed for the first down. He'll be about a yard short. It depends on the spot, but yes, he will be just short of the yardage needed. It'll be 4th down and 1 for Round Rock, and boy, the defense has had a great time tonight.
And I'm telling you, Craig Parch has made his appearance known in that defensive front. He has made some huge plays tonight.
4th down and 1 for Round Rock. Clock is rolling, 5:49 and counting in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Can fans starting to rattle. Love under center, 2 backs behind him. Hand off to Nola again. Nola stacked up. Does he get the yardage needed? It'll be very close. It all depends on the spot. He's rolled out of bounds at about the 36. Right at the yardage needed. We'll wait on the spot. It's going to be very close.
Might want to drop that yard marker over there.
Well, he had a perfect view, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got it. Yep.
Boy, what a great spot. He was given all the way to the 35-yard line.
By the way, Round Rock 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions tonight, Boots.
And only 1 of several on 4th now, isn't it? 1 of 3 or 1 of 2?
1 of 2. Yeah, they got a good spot, but are they going to do? I guess he went out of bounds, didn't he? That'll stop the clock.
Outside the 35-yard line at almost the 36 is the spot. Just enough for the first down. Love again under center. Since one-man Jones in motion to the near side. Throwing out in the flats. Has his receiver at the 28-yard line. The completion is made. Harris with the tackle. Coming up with the football is Peoples.
We've got I don't know if it's a flag. Oh, it looks like it might be holding. I thought it looked like one of the tackles, Parks, or maybe it was Gilson that jumped through there. Yes.
It is holding in the backfield against Round Rock.
Another big penalty against them.
Boy, 2 penalties on nice first down plays for Round Rock have hurt them.
In about the same part of the field, within 10 yards.
So take away the completion and mark the ball back to about the 45, 46-yard line.
One of the Jackets, and it might have been Gilson, came jumping over the line in there. You may have saw that out of the corner of your eyes as he was getting ready to throw, and that's who got held.
Twins to the near side, twins to the far side. Noel is the one back behind Love. Love again under center. First down and 20 for Round Rock. Play action. Now the draw is given and tackled right at the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 2. Scott Lee doing a nice job from his defensive end position to crash down on the running back who was taking the draw handoff.
Stayed at home like he was supposed to, Boots. Made sure the play went inside of him. And when he saw the handoff, that was the play they tried earlier that didn't work very well. And quite frankly, it didn't work all that well that time.
4:39 and counting here in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. Second down and 18. Dragons Chris Love, straight drop, going out in the flats. Over the head of the intended receiver, almost picked off. Trey Phelps doing a nice job of knocking the ball away, and then Fanning almost came up with the deflection for the INT. It sets up now third down as the intended receiver. Was it Peoples again on the sideline, or was that one Jones?
I think that was that might have been Peoples. That was a great, or Scales maybe.
It was Jones on the near side.
Okay. Fanning. I thought he might have had that one. I think that was kind of look up and what. There's the
hey,
ball.
look what I found. Yes. It's third down and 18 for the Dragons at the Stephenville 43-yard line. Love under center, sends Jones in motion to the near side. Then some trouble and sacked by Monk all the way back at the 46-yard line of Stephenville. And it looked like, John, did you see what Round Rock was trying to set up as they had Peoples coming back underneath, and I think they were trying to set up the shuttle pass to him.
I think they were. I believe you're exactly right. It looked like he was going to try to sneak back in there. He was faking like he was throwing a block. And then Monk said, it doesn't matter. This is not going to work.
Trying to see the linebackers he was. But now it sets up fourth down and 25 after the sack. And, boy, this drive went backwards again. Snapback Keys punt is away. A wobbly one that will be fair caught at the 19-yard line by Gunn. And that's excellent for Stephenville, especially considering that punt was with the wind. The punt only goes 23 yards, 32, excuse me. And Stephenville will begin first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. 3:42 to go, and Johnny, any type of score here going in before the half, I think gives incredible momentum.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Briles is really big on that, what you do at the end of a half, and I think you're right. I think he really tries to get something here. They gained 10 yards on that exchange, by the way. Remember, they kicked from the 10 earlier.
Handoff over the left side. No, Briles is on keeper. He'll pitch out to Hunter. Hunter's in a lot of trouble, and he'll get to the 20-yard line. Stephenville, if you'll remember last week, Johnny, right before the half, kind of in a similar situation, stayed very conservative before the half. And
well, I remember you talked to Coach Briles this morning at Coffee with Coach, and he talked about they tried, a couple of times to break something and never was able to do it. Hunter now 5 carries, only 8 yards.
Second down and 9 for Stephenville. 2 split receivers to the far side. Hunter is at a wing back on the near side. Watch him. One back behind Briles. That's Matkins. He goes in motion to the near side. Briles under center. Trap handoff Hunter. Hunter finds a seam. He breaks it. 30, 35, 40. Trying to split the defenders. Cross midfield. Cuts back. 45-yard line. 44-yard line. First down for Stephenville. We asked for Hunter. We got Hunter. 36 yards on the trap play, and Stephenville now is in great field position at the 44-yard line of Round Rock.
Did he hear me say how many yards he had?
Was he insulted, do you
I think he was.
The officials are discussing something. Oh, there's a flag all the way back at the 22-yard line.
Oh, my gosh. Are they going to say there was a hold?
There was. They're going to call holding against Stephenville at the line of scrimmage.
That was huge.
And they're also going to call a block in the back against Stephenville farther downfield. So 2 penalties against Stephenville on the one play. I don't see the second flag, but I saw both.
Needless to say, they'll take the hold back at the 22.
Oh.
So give Zach 2 yards, and then they'll mark it off from there. Boy, that was the one they wanted, wasn't it?
And it was one of those patented Zach Hunter runs where it looks like he can't quite split the defenders and then kicks in the afterburner and almost broke that one.
Of course, if you're a Round Rock fan, you'll say, well, that's why that play worked.
Because he was older. Not that all Round Rock fans sound that way.
No, but that's the way you're supposed to sound when you're reenacting.
Exactly. 2:49 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. Second down and 18 for Stephenville. Ball all the way back at about the 13-yard line. Briles under center. The one back behind him is Hunter. Now a flag comes down, and we may have had motion on the Stephenville line. And what was a crisply run game in the first quarter and a half is now slow to a crawl.
And somebody called a timeout.
Illegal motion against Stephenville. They'll move the ball back inside the 10 to the 8, and a timeout has been taken, I believe, or has there not been?
No, they're just changing the play. I thought when the Round Rock kids ran off the field, they were calling a timeout, but they did not.
So Stephenville will now have second down and 21. The ball is at the 8-yard line.
It's reminiscent of the Round Rocks.
Yes, it was. Into the wind as well. Briles under center, sends his one back Hunter in motion to the far side. Briles setting up, and another flag comes down, and we will have another illegal motion against Stephenville. This will move the ball half the distance to the goal, I believe, so they'll only put this one to the 4, but we're still going in the wrong direction.
Kendal looked pretty frustrated right then, didn't he? He just tossed the ball over to the official and walked off.
Johnny, that was a pretty quick count, too. Hard to figure out why someone's jumping on that. But this is a Jacket team right now. As you look at them on the sideline and look at the coaching staff, a lot of hands on hips, just not a lot of enthusiasm or spirit right now going on.
And you're up 15 points.
I hear what you're saying. Twins to the far side may have something to do with it. Briles under center. Pump fake. Now throwing the deep ball. Has Bashaw. It's over his head at the 25-yard line. It'll set up now third down, and Briles just putting a little bit too much air under the ball.
You know, that's a play that really takes a lot of work, a lot of practice, a lot of time, and Kendal obviously has the arm to make that play, and that's a play that'll develop as the year goes on.
Kendal 6 out of 12 for 80 yards.
And that's not bad numbers. You know, that's not bad at all. 50% passing, I'll take that.
Bashaw to the far side. Briles under center. Play action, running the reverse to the near side. Hunter trying to find a seam. He'll be tackled at the 1-yard line. Boy, this has just been a drive that has done nothing but gone backwards. Stephenville started this with a fair catch at about the 19-yard line, and they'll be punting now from the 1-yard line.
And should have been up somewhere around the 40-yard line of the Dragons.
So O'Neill will have to kick out of the back of his end zone, and here with 1:51 and counting the Cook Lumber, Stephenville really needs to be careful. They keep giving Round Rock great opportunities here before the end of the half. Waiting, snap back from O'Neill, low snap, but the kick is away. Round Rock bought a big rush, did not get him. The ball is taken about the 38-yard line. At the 30 is Bull. He'll be run out at the 30. 32-yard kick, about a yard, 2 yards maybe on the return. And Round Rock with a minute and a half remaining with the ball on the Stephenville 30-yard line, and this is their deepest penetration of the ball game.
Well, and this is time where the defense is going to have to step up. You know, we said earlier in the year, defense was going to have to carry the offense till it got on track, and that's what you're seeing right now. And so far, they've done it.
28-yard line is actually the spot's a little bit better return than I thought. 1st and 10 for Round Rock, trailing Stephenville 15-0. A minute and a half to go here in the first half at the Stephenville 28-yard line. Love under center, straight drop, throwing out in the flats. Now throwing the deep ball on the far sideline over the head of the intended receiver. A little bumping going on, but no call.
Great positioning over there for
Jeff Scott.
Yes, and more of a Round Rock running into Stephenville than Stephenville running into Round Rock, and that was just because he played great defensive position.
Joe Scales was the intended receiver for the Dragons in the deep sideline ball, and I think that's the first time tonight, or maybe only the second time, we've seen Love really air it out. Most of his passes have been the 5 to 12-yard variety, and now some trouble for Round Rock. They'll have to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. A minute 26.
Nip in the air, changing leaves, it only mean one thing.
It's football season!
Round Rock takes their timeout. 2nd down and 10 for the Dragons at the Stephenville 28-yard line. A minute 26 to go here in the first half. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. Love is under center, one back behind him. He fumbles the snap. It's loose, and that's Stephenville got the football at the 32-yard line. Why are they holding up 3 fingers? When I saw Monk, I believe Scott Lee got on the football.
Oh, there he is. He's coming up. Oh.
Boy, that's a situation where I thought I saw Lee with the football at the 33-yard line, and I believe Love must have wrestled it back away from him under the pile. But that does back up the Dragons. They will keep possession.
Well, there's a chance you couldn't have seen Love under Scott. You know?
Well, that is possible.
He could have been there. You just didn't know it.
3rd down and 13. A nice job by Love to get his own fumble back. Peoples in motion to the far side, throwing out in the flats to People. Jackets read it nicely, but he escapes. 30 inside to the 29-yard line, a pickup of about 5 to 6 yards. And Johnny, do you think Stephenville knew the ball was going over there? Did you see all the blue jerseys flying at Peoples?
All right, now who's going to call the timeout?
Somebody will. A timeout has been taken. It will set up 4th down and about 8 yards needed for Round Rock. We'll take another timeout back with them.
Hi folks, this is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, and we're gearing up for another year of Stephenville sports. There's no better way to get to
The first to find it, Dublin Dr. Pepper.
Round Rock has decided to try field goal, kicking for them. Number 5, who is not on the roster, attempts one. He hooks it far to the left side. It is no good, and so Round Rock will come away with no points. The ball will turn over on downs at the 28-yard line. And
hey, Boots?
Yes, sir?
You know that was almost exactly where here in just a moment a guy's going to try for a pickup from Techstar Board. I mean, it was at the 34. So I hope he was reading that putt right there. Huh?
Well, and he had plenty on it, just a little hook to the left side.
Of course, the gentleman kicking for the pickup is not going to have all the problem that he had, like Gordon Carroll crashing through and some other people.
Steeman will take over. Will they be conservative here with 28 seconds, or will they try to air it out? Briles will throw across the middle. Has Mackins 35, escapes up to the 40, gets to the 41-yard line. First down, as that will stop the clock momentarily, and Stephenville will probably down the ball immediately with 22 seconds left as soon as they get the ball spotted.
He's calling a play.
Well, we'll wait and see if they try to get one away. They will attempt to play Will Briles. They have not started the clock yet with 22 seconds. The ball is at the 41. Briles signals it in, 20 seconds and counting. Snap back to him. Stephenville was offsides. Yes, and the backs released a little bit early, and I should say the receivers on the far side. And John, did you see what happened? Briles gave the signal with his hands for the snap. The ball delayed a split second, and the receivers left. Instead of when the ball did, they left when they saw Briles' hands motion for the snap.
And Coach Briles is wanting to get some more time back on the clock, and I think he's going to win this argument. It should be at least 20 seconds, I would think. Because they rolled the clock and snap. Yeah, they're going to put some time back on the clock.
2 or 1. Is that a 1 or a 2 he's holding up?
I don't know. Is David might be able to see that.
2-1.
21 is what he wants on there. Okay, good. We'll take 21.
David, during this break, we'll go to you right quick. And right before the half, a little bit solemn on the sideline, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the thing that was interesting, Coach Copeland had told the defense no cheap scores here before the end of the half. And so the defense able to hold and force the field goal kick, which they missed. So Coach Copeland got what he asked for.
All righty, David Davis, appreciate that on the sideline.
Now I think he's saying 20 seconds, it looked like.
20 seconds, and then gets the thumbs up to Nemo.
I think that was just about right there.
So Stephenville will have it 1st and 15 at their own 38-yard line.
Now get set, because they're going to start the clock.
They roll the clock now. Briles is under center. Throwing out into the flats, has Bashaw. Bashaw looking for a block, and he will be brought down at the 32-yard line. Situation there where the defensive end is crashing out on the play, and you've got a small receiver trying to make the block, and probably it's not going to happen. It's timeout Stephenville with 11 seconds to go. Johnny, I know you have some scores.
All right, we'll pass these along to you. 7-0 still Brownwood is that score. You get down to District 7-3A. Breckenridge 15, Burke Burnett 7. Second quarter. Also in the second quarter, Bangs 14, Comanche 7. In District 15-2A as well. Nothing early in De Leon. That's the second quarter.
Early in the De Leon game or early De Leon?
Yeah, early in De Leon. Late in the second quarter, I think.
Well, it's like if you're driving to the town Midway, and if you get halfway to Midway, are you quarter of the way there?
Might be.
All right.
We're midway to Midway.
It's early in the season, and we're doing this stuff for Phil. 15-0 Stephenville.
That's a long second quarter.
11-0. The last, okay, you looked up, and with 5 minutes to go, what time was it?
8:20.
What time is it now?
8:45.
These 5 minutes have lasted almost 30 minutes.
And this is homecoming. Come on, let's go.
11 seconds remaining. Briles is in shotgun. He sends 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Double wingback set their split. Briles rolling out to the far side, looking. Now we'll in some trouble. He'll come back to the near side, and he'll slip back at the 25-yard line. Time will probably expire. It will. That brings our Cook Lumber second quarter to a halt. 15-0. Stephenville over Round Rock. We go to the half. Halftime is up next. We're back in 2 minutes.
Stephenville, I would say, make an effort, we'll make the difference. Walk in, drive out.
Can't believe you tossed that like that. What were you thinking? You weren't thinking, were you? I don't think so. You think you're different? I think you're special. No, I don't. Get that camera out of here. If we go over there, we did. You want to coach this team? I didn't know it was the last one. He's so sensitive. These are mine too.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Getting set to kick off. Jackets set up the starburst, and it will be Phelps who will take the ball at about the 15 on the bounce. He bobbles it back to Hunter, who gets it at the 5, then fakes handout to Phelps, and then he takes it across the 20, 25 to the 26-yard line. Certainly not the way the starburst is designed, but it does net 22 yards, and Jackets will begin 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
73.
1973. That would be 30, no, 20.
30, wait.
26 years ago, my friend.
Is that right?
26 years ago, Johnny bought him a car for $78 a month. Probably a new car, too.
Brand new. Beautiful. It was yellow.
Briles is in shotgun to start the second half. Inside trap handoff to Hunter. Hunter goes forward for about 2 yards. It'll set up second down and 8. 11:40 and counting here in the Texas Bank third quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing.
Boy, it's been rough sledding for Zach Hunter up the middle, and again they come out, run it right up the gut, and let's see if Coach Briles is trying to set something up maybe outside. I think you see some pretty good speed out of this Round Rock team.
Well, I would hope so with 3,800 kids to pick from.
Really?
Briles under center play action, throwing out the flat, has Gunn. Hunn makes a move, gets across the 25, and that's about it. Gunn, instead of trying to go for the sideline, tried to make one more man miss, coming back to the inside. It cost him a little bit of yardage, and so it'll be a gain of, about 1, maybe 2. That'll be it. It'll actually just be 3rd down and 10 for the Jackets.
Round Rock looks like a team that's seen a lot of film, and Stephenville looks like a team that hadn't seen any.
I think that's the way it's been.
Yeah, that might be just the way it is.
Kendal Briles under center, one back behind him as he sends Hunter in motion. Running it to the near side. Briles is in lots of trouble, and he'll be sacked all the way back at the 14-yard line. Stephenville was trying to set up the shuttle pass, and there were 3 Round Rock defenders on a stunt that way toward Briles. He had no chance, and he dropped for the 12-yard loss.
Well, that'll hurt his rushing numbers. He was the leading rusher up around 80 yards. That's not the way you wanted to start this second half, I guarantee you.
Twins to the far side. O'Neal stands on his goal line waiting to kick off, and this is into the wind. Low snap, but handled. Kick is away, and it's almost blocked.
It was.
It was tipped, but the ball still gets out to the 35, across the 40, across the 45-yard line, and that tipped punt will travel 31 yards, and that's amazing. And the only thing I have to say about that, Johnny, is it seemed like O'Neal was just a hair slow getting the kick away.
I think you're right. By the way, I was talking about Briles' number there. The last 3 carries have been for negative yardage. He was up at 99 at one point. Now he's down at 75 yards rushing.
Total yards in the half. How many did Stephenville have?
188 to just not very many for Round Rock.
188 and total yards to 45. Well, we'll have to take away a few of those 188 after that last drive. Love rolling to the far side, setting up, looking to throw, trying to throw back across the middle. He's sacked back in Round Rock territory at the 48-yard line. Getting in there for Stephenville was Gilson, and Gilson is limping a little bit, and Parks was in there as well.
I think Craig was the one that hit him low, and Cal hit him high, but it looked like Harmon got through. He stopped he being the quarterback, Love, stopped for just a second. When he did, Craig Parks was submarine through there. Craig Parks looks like a guy that wishes he had played the last couple of weeks.
Well, he's fresh.
Yeah, he is ready. He has been on fire. He gets a game ball tonight. That's it.
2nd and 17, loss of 7 on the sack. Handoff over the left side. Going forward is Nick Knoll. Knoll will go forward for about 5 yards maybe. He will be setting up now 3rd down and 12, and too bad there's not a TY on the end of his name.
I was going to say, I can't believe you hadn't called him Nolte tonight at some point. Well, they had 45 yards, is that what you said, at half of total offense?
Well, they've got loss of 2 right now.
Yeah.
So they're actually at only about 43 total yards in the game so far.
That's an impressive defense, is it not?
Indeed. 3rd and 12 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 47. Love rolling to the near side. Throwing, got a man on him, but he completes the pass down to the 32-yard line. Making the catch is the tight end, Wayne Hurt. Knocked out of bounds. Nice completion from Love to Hurt.
1st down. Good defense by Gunn. Gunn getting there and driving him out of bounds to make sure he didn't go any further. But it is enough for the 1st down. That's been about their money play all night, hasn't it? Just that
about
quick
the 12
out.
to 15-yard out, and they have had some success. 1st and 10 for the Round Rock Dragons at the Stephenville 33-yard line. 8:28 and counting here in the Texas Bank 3rd quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock nothing. Draws handed in the backfield. Going forward for some positive yardage is Steven Sannon. He'll get about 5 yards on the play. Tackle is made by Justin Monk, outside backer. Sets up 2nd down and 5.
Well, this is a drive I know the defense is going to want to stop right here.
Boy, this quarter is going pretty fast, too. We're under 8 minutes already here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 5, ball at the 28-yard line of Stephenville. Chris Love is under center, one back behind him. Split receivers to both sides. People in motion to the far side. Love setting up, looking to throw. He's hit right when he lets that one go, and it's over the head of everyone. And I think Love doing a nice job of just getting rid of the ball as Monk just cratered him when he let that ball go, as he was right in his mouth.
And, you know, he threw that pretty well, concerning he didn't get to really step into the throw and follow through. But how many times have we seen tonight nobody being where the ball was thrown for a Round Rock?
Almost like he's just automatically decided,
I'm going to throw it as far as I can.
And I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of it, and here's where it's going. That's probably not a bad idea.
3rd down and 5 for Love. He is under center. 2 receivers to the near side, rolling to the near side, setting up the throw back across the middle. It's tipped away. A great defensive play by Ryan Harris to knock the ball away from the intended receiver, and it will set up 4th down.
Well, I think they just told you they're going to go for it on 4th down, aren't they? If you throw on 3rd down, don't you go for it on 4th down?
Well, some different personnel coming in the game. That's their kicker. They're going to try to kick a long one with the wind. I say a long one. It will be the length of the Techstar Ford attempt length.
You're exactly right. They missed one earlier from this exact same spot. Well, we got to wait on the officials to get back there. Now, it buys a little time.
This one will actually be about a 44-yard attempt. The ball is going to be spotted at the 34.
That's exactly where he was when he missed it the 1st time.
Snap back to Love. Hold down. Field goal attempt is on the way. This has got plenty of boot. It's up, and it is good. And that one will be good from 54. Round Rock is on the board.
Years before America's electric cooperatives forged the nationwide alliance, Touchstone Energy, neighbors built their own electric utility to power lives and communities.
This is Ryan Hamilton. We went to a scouting report and finally found his name. It was inadvertently left off of the roster for the program. And I think if you make a 44-yard field goal with 10 yards to spare, somebody ought to find out your name.
That's a scoring drive. 7 plays, 45 yards, took 2:20, and Hamilton with the 44-yard field goal.
Hamilton getting set to kick off. Jackets appear to be waiting in the starburst return. Feltz is the dealer. This kick will come to Feltz. He'll take it at the 10-yard line. Turnaround fake to one. Gives to the second. No, the third. It's Gunn. He's up the near sideline. 25-30, knocked out of bounds.
Boy, if number one, Greg Bull, could have been blocked at about the 30-yard line, Gunn probably would have scored.
The last man did knock him out. And it was a nice job by Feltz to fake to the first two through, as finally Gunn did take the handoff and advance to the 30-yard line. And that's where Stephen will begin first and 10. 7:20 and remaining here in the Texas Bank. Texas Bank third quarter. 15-3, Stephenville on top. We understand we're experiencing some technical difficulties with our antenna if you're hearing that popping noise.
Well, the wind is blowing.
Briles is under center, two receivers far side. Handoff over the left side, and being dropped for about a 3-yard lock is Derek Haney. And Stephenville has done nothing but gone backwards offensively here in the second half.
Yeah, first series negative yardage. Second series pretty much the same.
6:52 and counting. Briles is under center. Two receivers to the far side. Now two to the near side as Hunter goes in motion. Throwing out the flats to Hunter. Finds a seam. 35-40 across 45 to the 46-yard line. A good tackle made downfield on Hunter. 16 yards on the reception and the first down. First and 10 for the Jackets. Ball is at the 46-yard line. Briles is under center, two backs behind him, two to the far side, one to the near side. Handoff off the right side, straight lead goes to Hunter. He gets close to midfield, a pickup of 3, maybe 4 carry on his forward progress. It will set up now second down and 6 for the Jackets. 4 yards for Hunter. 6:16 and counting here in the Texas Bank third quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock 3. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side. Briles is in shotgun formation with Hunter standing next to him. He's taking the snap, running the option to the near side. Briles will pitch out to Hunter, and Hunter will be brought down for a no gain on the play. Maybe 1. He will be advanced to the 49-yard line with the spot. And it will set up now third down and about 5 needed for the Jackets.
Now they finally get across midfield. It's been a while since the Yellow Jackets have been in Round Rock territory.
Third down and 5 for Stephenville. Ball spotted, as you said, at the 49-yard line of Round Rock. 5:54. Clock stopped momentarily. So Briles is under center with two backs behind him. Wingback look on the right side. He'll shift Hunter now in motion to the far sideline. Briles giving the ball straight ahead to Haney, and Haney powers his way forward to the yardage closely needed for the first down, but I think he'll be about half a yard short of the yardage needed. So it will set up about 4th down and 1 yard. So Jackets will come out in a hammer time look, sending Haney to the far sideline, and they will also put Briles under center. Two backs behind him. Walker is the tailback. Walker takes the handoff over the left side. He powers his way for the first down to the 42-yard line, and that's one of the more positive things that have happened for the Jackets here in the second half. So it sets up first and 10 for the Jackets at the 41-yard line of Round Rock. 5:18 and counting here in the third quarter. 15-3, Stephenville on top. Handoff over the left side is Walker. Walker powers his way. We're going to take a timeout, and we're going to see if we can fix some of these.
At Jake and Dorothy's Cafe, we're serving our third generation. The year was 1948. The same year
No. What about a grill guard for, say, a Cadillac Escalade?
Got him. How many you want?
Pathfinder.
Got him. John Cowboy Pickup Supply has all that. Texas Air Force. It's Cowboy Pickup Supply for SUVs.
When it's time to eat, you want the best. Why not treat your car the same way by filling up your tank with premium Pride fuels at any one of Browder's 76 Supreme Stephenville or Eastland locations? Premium Pride fuel will give you a car the boost it needs. So stop at Browder's 76 Supreme the next time your gauge is low. And while you're there, treat yourself to a delicious cup of free hot coffee and a snack to keep you running all day long. Coffee's always free. Browder's 76.
All of us at one time or another have experienced inferior service.
Difficulties in that last series. Round Rock intercepted a pass from Kendal Briles, brought it back out to about the 34-yard line. From that time, the defense is held on 3 plays and out. We've had to go on a secondary backup unit. We apologize for the sound. It sets up now 4th down for Round Rock. No damage that time. Kick is away, and it will be fielded by Phelps. Phelps will take it, bobble it momentarily, has to go back and pick it up. He's at his 20, and he's in trouble, and he'll be brought down at the 19-yard line. 40-yard kick, and it will set up now. It'll set up 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Jackets will begin 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at the 21. Hand up over the left side. No, Briles on a keeper across the 25 to 30. Escapes out to the 35-yard line.
Well, the offense really needs to get something going here, Boots. There's no doubt about that.
It's 1st and 10 for the Jackets. After that Briles completion, we apologize. We're a little bit discombobulated right now because of unbelievable technical problems going on. Inside trap, handoff to Hunter. Hunter will get stopped in the backfield and slammed down.
It'll be almost a face mask.
It will be a no gain on the play. It's a 2nd down for the Jackets. Swim to the far side, 1 receiver near side. Briles is in shotgun formation. 1 back step gives to him. Play action. Briles setting up, looking to the flat. Now he'll run. He's in some trouble. He'll try to get to the sideline and he'll be flushed out of bounds. Well short of the yardage needed for the first. And it will set up now 3rd down for the Jackets and about 8 yards needed. 3rd down and 8 for the Jackets. Briles now is limping noticeably after that last carry. 3rd down and 8 for Stephenville as Briles makes his way back to the huddle. Ball is placed at the 37-yard line. Twins to the near side. One back is behind Briles. Check that. Briles by himself in shotgun. Rolling to the near side. Setting up. Looking to throw. Has the receiver caught. First down at the 50-yard line. Avalos making the catch on the near sideline. Getting out of bounds. 49-yard line of their own. He did not quite get the 50-yard line. Now they will spot him at the 50-yard line with the good spot for Stephenville. Douglas splits to the near side. One receiver to the far side is O'Neal. Briles center, two backs behind him. Wing back set as well. The tailback on that side, Hunter, goes in motion to that side. Handoff straight ahead to Haney. Haney will go forward for 2 yards. It's a pickup of 2. Second down and 8.
Not a lot of yardage right up the middle tonight for any running back. Derek is trying to get a little something that time. He did get a couple of yards, as you said. And once again, the Stephenville Yellow Jackets back in Round Rock territory at the 48-yard line.
Second down and 8 for Stephenville. Whatever Briles was limping about, evidently that has subsided. Two backs standing next to Briles in shotgun formation. Inside trap handoff, no, it's a fake, and a give out to Hunter. Hunter finds the sideline, gets away to the 45-40, knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. A pickup of, about 8 to 10 on the play for Hunter. First down for him.
I think you're right at 10. You're exactly right. He gets down to the 38. Boy, you saw the speed as Chris Lewis, the middle linebacker, was trying to get to him, and Zach just outran him around the corner, Boots.
Got a hand on him, but the strength of Hunter was able to pull away.
Boy, if ever you needed to score, this could be a good time to do it right here.
1:14 and counting here in the Texas Bank third quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock 3. Briles in shotgun once again, giving the ball, no keeping, and he'll be sacked for a huge loss back at the 45-yard line. And boy, this is an offense right now that, as we talked about earlier, it either looks good or it looks bad.
Well, and here's the thing though, Boots. The defense just selling out on the run. They're not expecting Stephenville to throw the football right now. They're just coming from all corners. Stephenville's going to have to be able to throw the football right now to slow those linemen and those linebackers
the field a little
back.
bit. You're exactly right. Briles is under center, second down and 15. Pitch out to Hunter. Hunter looking for a seam. He finds some good cuts inside blocks outside the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. A pickup of 10 on the play, so it will set up second down and 6.
Jay Doty and Derek Haney with a couple of good blocks to get the corner sealed and get him around that corner. That turned out pretty good.
So it now sets up third down and, between 6 and 7 yards needed at the between the 35 and the 34-yard line of Round Rock. O'Neal splits to the far side. Mackins is on the near side. Hunter is the tailback, one fullback behind Briles, who is Bashaw, lines up now as a wingback. Play action. Briles rolling out, has in the flats, has Bashaw who drops the football. Would not have been enough for the first down, so it sets up fourth down for the Jackets at 7. And into this wind, I doubt very seriously they're thinking about either punting or kicking a field goal. They're probably going to go for it.
Yeah, I think you go for it here when you only need, like you said, like 6 yards. You just jump in there and go for it.
So the ball is at the 34-yard line. Even though it was an incomplete, we got a little extra foot on the spot from the last time the ball was placed there.
Really?
28 seconds of counting in the Texas Bank third quarter. 3 receivers far side, 2 to the near side. Briles is in shotgun as he sends one back in motion to the near side. Jackets trying to set up the inside shuffle pattern. It is no good as Briles will be forced to run out of bounds. And once again, Jackets wanted to run the shuttle, and Round Rock read it. They would not let Gunn come across the field, and the ball will turn over on downs over to Round Rock. Let's take a timeout. They're going to change the ball over. We'll take some more technical assistance. We're back in 1 minute.
I had to replace my old air conditioner. I wanted one to save me money.
So he called me, Roger Easter of Easter Air, your local Linux dealer.
He recommended their...
We are going to try to do this again with a different type system. Johnny, can we get a little volume over there on
We're
the
systematic,
monitor?
aren't we?
There we go.
Yeah.
12 minutes to go here now for the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
If they can coach on the fly, I guess we can broadcast on the fly, right?
We are now in our third different broadcasting system. You know, Justin, we would give him the night off, our engineer, and then we'd have this type of breakdown. Throwing out in the flats, finds People, does Love. People gets across the 42 to the 43, 44, 45-yard line. It's a pickup of about 8 on the play. It sets up now 3rd down and about 2. And, boy, as much trouble as the Jackets have had tonight, so have we up in the booth. And I'm thinking that it just kind of rolls that way.
Yeah, but aren't we having fun?
3rd down and 1 actually with the spot. 11:33 again counting here in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter.
Well, through all of that, our man David Davis still down on the sideline. Maybe we can check in with him after this play and see how it's any more fun down there than it is up here.
Twins to the near side, probably so. Love under center, one man running in motion to the near side. Flags are down. Love's in trouble. He'll throw out in the flats. Has Peoples. It's caught. He escapes one man into Jacket territory at the 45-yard line, but the way the flag came down, Johnny, I have a feeling this one is coming back.
And Gordon Carroll just smacked Love right in the face, too. David?
One thing I was going to pass along to you guys, after that last offensive series, Toby O'Neill, the senior wide receiver, was going around to all the offensive teammates and saying, guys, we got to pick it up. This is embarrassing. Let's get this thing going. So a little bit of cheerleading going on by Toby O'Neill.
I like to hear that, don't you, Boots?
Well, especially when we saw that Harmon was doing that in the last couple of weeks for his defense. And, boy, the offense does need to pick me up.
I think I need a little pick-me-up.
I think I do, too.
To be perfectly honest with you.
3rd down and 7.
I think the Can fans need a little pick-me-up, too.
Chris Love is under center once again. Twins to the far side, 2 backs behind him. All-out blitz coming for the Jackets. Throwing on the flats. People makes the catch. Is it a catch? Yes, it is. 1st down for them.
Huge play. Huge play for Round Rock.
John Peoples with exceptional speed on the side is just the 10 to 12-yard out pattern. He has so much of a mental connection, if you will, with Love. Love knows exactly when he's going to make the cut, knows where to throw it. Peoples knows when to turn and where the ball's going to be.
Is that Coach Montgomery down there on the sideline? Yes, it is. Talking to Briles and Madkins about something specific. Maybe we'll see if they'll go to that on the next series.
1st and 10 for Round Rock. Throwing a deep fly pattern on the far sideline. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Pushing off on the play was Brian Jones. The receiver cleared himself by pushing off and then couldn't make the completion.
Guy play like that, he ought to have an 8 and 8 and the silver and blue on. Man, that was Michael Irvin. That was Michael Irvin type push off there. That was good.
2nd down and 10. Ball is at the Stephenville 49. Score 15-3. Stephenville over Round Rock. We haven't given that to you in a while with all the difficulties going on. We'll keep you better abreast of what that is from the rest of the way in.
9 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, Stephenville had those 15 points.
Love across the middle on the hit pass. Hits Hurt, and Hurt is hurt. Gunn nails him at the 40-yard line. Hurt was in a full-out run when he took the slant pattern. He was 1 step away from the 1st down, and Mr. Gunn said, nope.
Coach Copeland changing up his defense right now. He's sending everybody. They're just pulling their ears back and coming in mad rushes, and a good offensive calling there by Round Rock. Boots try to take that quick slant.
3rd down and 1 for the Dragons at the Stephenville 39-yard line. Ball is fumbled loose, up for grabs. Still no one has it. No signal yet.
Oh.
It will be 4th down. The ball will stay with Round Rock, but the fumble is not forwarded, so it will remain, and it's even a little bit of a loss. It'll be 4th and 1 from the 40.
Man, that's twice that Love has got the ball back after fumbling it. That time Scott Lee was there. Man, that was close to a big turnover.
Well, you know, Johnny, that was one where Love lost the football, took a couple steps back, started looking for it, and then just dug his head into the pile and came away with the football.
I think he might have just pulled out a little early.
4th down and 1. Big play here. Love under center. Trying to go ahead with a quarterback sneak, and he will get the 1st down. Well behind the line of 200, 205, and 205 of guards, they were able to get enough of a surge to get the 1st down on the quick count. And it's 1st and 10, Round Rock. And you've got to attribute, I'm thinking, some of that, John. Stephenville defense has been on the field a long time tonight.
Yeah, the offense has not helped them much. Boy, look at Round Rock. Run to the line of scrimmage. They're ready.
Round Rock is a fired-up team. You're exactly right. 15-3 with 9:20 and counting. Love, straight drop, setting up. In some trouble. Now we'll throw the deep sideline ball. The near side has an open receiver just over the outstretched arms. In the end zone, he was open, was Joe Scales. He had gotten a step behind the defensive backs of Stephenville.
And how many times have we seen this in the last couple of weeks? Scales quit running, and then when he tried to catch up, it was way too late. That was a big throw by Love into the wind. Of course, the wind has slowed down quite a bit. But he threw it, he threw it a good 50 yards.
Second down and 10 for Round Rock. Ball is at the 38-yard line of Stephenville. Two on the far side, two backs behind Love again. Straight drop for Love now. He'll split and go to the far side, throwing out the flats just over the outstretched arms of Peoples. And, John, take a guess. How many times has it tried to be an attempt from Love to Peoples on a 12-yard out?
Oh, man, I mean, probably a dozen times tonight at least.
Easy.
And, you know, every time that Love throws that ball, if you can't watch it because you're watching the play, but he's getting just smacked right in the face by a defender every time. And you got to wonder if that's not just throwing him off on his timing just a little bit as he tries to get rid of it when he sees that blue and gold coming at him.
15-3, Stephenville on top of Round Rock. Third down and 10 at the Stephenville 38. Love dropping back. He's hit when he lets it go, but it is enough for a first down as People makes the catch. Ryan Harris was coming on a linebacker blitz, and was he the one that just nailed Love? Him and Harmon, I know.
Yeah, that's who it was. But once again, just barely got rid of it in time, and big reception, big first down.
So it is first and 10 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 26-yard line. And, boy, this game has lulled everyone to sleep so much that it's even started lulling the Stephenville defense to sleep a little bit here now. First and 10 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 27-yard line. Handoff over the left side, finding a little bit of seam down to the 22-yard line with Steven Sanum, but that is it. A gain on the play of about 4. It will set up now second down and about 7, maybe 6, depending on the spot.
Yep. Boy, this is a big stand right here for defense.
Second down, 8:20 and counting here in the six-star forward fourth quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock 3. Round Rock with the ball at the Stephenville. Round Rock with the ball at the Stephenville 22. Love rolling out, setting up in the pocket over the far side, and he's finally sacked. 3 Jackets get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Monk was one of them. It'll set up now third down and 8.
Jilson and Scott Lee were the other two, and well, that was just great defensive secondary work and allowed the backers and the defensive end Scott Lee to get there. As Love tried to turn it up and get something positive out of it, he didn't get much, if anything.
Third down now, and how did they get the spot there?
That's where he fell down.
Well, that's a nice spot.
14 of 30 for 117 yards for Love.
Love under center once again. Straight drop, looking to set up the screen. He's in some trouble. He escapes from one man, but he will not escape from Cal Gilson and Ryan Harris. Another sack on the play, and it will set up fourth down and 9 yards. Scott Lee was also one of the ones in there for the Jackets.
He was the one that was first there to rush him and flush him out of, I think he wanted to set up back in that pocket and throw it deep, Boots, and he never really had a chance. Great call there again by Coach Copeland. Look for him to come again, too.
Fourth down and 9 for Round Rock. Ball at the 26-yard line of Stephenville, 6:54 and counting.
They got to get to just about the 16-yard line.
Love under center, straight drop. Now rolling out to the far side, looking to throw out in the flats. Has people, but it's underthrown.
Gordon
probably
Carroll.
Because of what Gordon Carroll did to Love.
Oh, man. Look at Coach Copeland. Is he happy or what? Gordon Carroll gets the big pat. Man, he is fired up, brother. Gordon Carroll just separated Love right about the time he tried to get rid of the ball. Boy, tip your hat to the deep. You know, if I'm on the offensive team, I run over there and slap them on the shoulder and say, thanks, guys. Now we're going to do something.
Well, the offense has to feed off of that right now. Twins to the near side, one to the far side.
By the way, Boots, 5:40 they took off the clock on that drive and get nothing.
Briles handoff over the left side is Hunter. Hunter breaks through the seam, finds it, 35, and only one man away from breaking that one as the free safety Bull keeps him from breaking the big one. 11 yards on the carry. It is a first down.
Twice tonight, Bull has saved a touchdown, being the last guy of defense. Once on the kickoff with Gunn, and that time with Hunter. That was a great surge by the offensive line, something we hadn't seen a lot of, quite frankly, tonight. But they certainly got it that time.
First and 10 for Stephenville. 4 receivers to the near side. One of those is a wing back. That is Hunter. 1 receiver to the far side. Briles under center. Now he'll give the ball to Hunter. Finds a seam. 45, 50. Breaks away. 40. Makes a move inside. Splits. 30, 35-yard line. Zach Hunter getting nice running on the last 2 plays. That one goes 30 yards.
And the block, wait till you see this on film, Boots. The block, he just followed big Brian Keggins, and Keggins just blew that hole open. He cut right behind his right hip, and he was gone. Keggins, 6'5", 285, just killed his guy. I'll use the word.
If Stephenville goes down and scores right now, how similar and eerie similar is this starting to look to last week?
Yeah, really.
Handoff over the left side is Walker. Walker finds good running room. He gets inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line before he's run backwards. A pickup of about 6 on the play.
You know, it's almost as if Coach Briles walked over to the offense before they went out on the field and said, all right, you spent a lot of time sweating and being hot in that weight room, doing all those cycle lifts and everything. Let's go out and show Round Rock why we do this, and we're just going to muscle it and just cram it down their throat. And that's exactly what the offense is doing now. But they're still not in the end zone, and that's where they need to be.
5:34 and counting here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 15, Round Rock 3. Stephenville at the 29-yard line of Round Rock. Running the option is Briles. Briles finds a seam, cuts back inside the 20, gets down to the 16-yard line. A first down for Stephenville, a la the run. 14 yards on that carry.
Boy, I'm telling you, they're eating it up in big chunks, are they not?
This is, I think, a little bit more what Stephenville fans were expecting.
Well, and this just, boy, you talk about taking the wind out of your sails to your opponent. And I think this is what Briles wanted to do, don't you, on that drive right before halftime? When they
Find
got the
a couple
ball.
big, quick hitters, and then start to throw the football.
Yeah. Oh, they don't even need to. I don't think you'll see them throw it once now.
First and 10, ball at the 16-yard line. Briles under center. Pitch on the far side is Hunter. Hunter has a wall in front of him inside the 10, and he's hit pretty hard. And then a flag will come down. This will probably be a hold against Stephenville. Picked up a solid 6 yards on the play.
Well, I couldn't tell from my distance who that was that made that hit, but that was a huge defensive hit. Let's see what we got. Holding? Yeah.
Holding against Stephenville will march the ball depending on the spot of the foul.
From the 14? Is that where it went? From the 13. So he gets 3 yards, and then they'll take away 10. But we are under 5 minutes to go in the game and up 2 scores. A few things to work on over the next couple of weeks, I think.
Definitely. First and 15.
Boy, after a game like this, wouldn't you want to get right back out there next Friday?
Yeah, but they're not going to get a chance
They don't get a chance, do they?
I think the next 2 weeks will be kind of long. Bootleg for Briles. Inside the 20, makes a move. Great move at the 15. Keeps his feet 10 to the 5 to the 3-yard line. The naked bootleg for Briles gets a first down inside the 5, and it'll be first and goal to go for Stephenville at the 3. 20 yards on the carry.
Boy, now you saw the strength of Kendal Briles right there. Boots, I noticed down on the sideline right now, notice the defensive linemen all sitting with those cold towels on their head that Coach Schillenlaw gives them. It must really be getting hot and muggy down there. Of course, if you're playing, I guess it is.
Well, think how many times that they had to go immediately right back out on the field. This drive will do wonders for them to give them a little rest. Now a flag comes down in the backfield of Round Rock before the snap ever takes place.
Maybe?
We'll wait and see that.
Let's see what we've got. Legal participation. Let's see if that's what it is. Yeah.
They had to run one off.
Yeah, actually, he was trying to run out of the back of the end zone. Can't quite do that. Now he's off.
Got caught.
Too many guys on the field.
So they'll move the ball even closer to the goal line now.
Get ready for a little hammer time.
I'd like to see a little play action.
We'll get with, after they score, we'll get with David and just kind of see what that weather is like down there. Those guys are really sucking it up on the sideline.
Briles is under center, handing off the second man through Walker. Walker getting across the goal line. Touchdown, Stephenville. Well, it's been a long time coming since the first half, but that one was needed, and Stephenville got it. The 2-yard plunge from Walker extends the lead 21-3 at the 4:11 mark here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. The PAT is upcoming.
Well, that is just, hey, we're going to load it up and dare you to try to stop us. Man, you talk about some power football. There it was. They crammed it right down their throat. Didn't throw one pass.
Eben Nelson getting set for the extra point. He's missed the last two. High snap over the head of Petronas. He won't get another opportunity here. Petronas is way back at the 20-yard line, and he will be hammered at the 20. Man. Stephenville 0 for 3 on extra point attempts today.
By the way, nice block by Nelson. He ran in there and got somebody.
21-3 our score.
Years before America's electric cooperatives forged the nationwide alliance, Touchstone Energy, neighbors built their own electric utility to power lives and communities. Now Touchstone Energy cooperatives serve millions.
21-3 here in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville on top of Round Rock. And Johnny, even though you missed 3 extra points, if you have a field goal, the score still looks kind of nice, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That last scoring drive, Holly?
Well, it was 7 plays, 75 yards, only took 2:30.
End over end kick, and this one has a chance of going out of bounds, but it kicks backwards, and Bull will have to take it at the 12. He's reversing his field to the far side. He will get to about the 26, 27-yard lines before he's tackled by Scott Lee, and that's where Round Rock will begin 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for Round Rock. They'll actually spot the ball at about the 28-yard line.
That scoring summary brought to you by Walmart Vision Center. And hey, by the way, with that score, a generous donation has been made to Project Hope with that score by the Yellow Jackets from Cheatham and Lansford CPAs. We thank them for that.
21-3, Stephenville on top here in the fourth quarter. 3:59 to go as Love rolls to the near side, looking to throw out in the corner. Has Hurt. It's through his hands. Hurt heard Mr. Gunn behind him. Was not able to hold on. That will stop the clock with 3:55. And how many throws does Mr. Love have in the ball game?
He had 30. I think that's number 32. He's 14 of 32 for 117.
2nd down and 10. And if Round Rock continues to throw the football, these last 3:55 are going to take forever.
I know. We're at 5 after 10 already.
Love is under center, 2 to the near side, 2 behind him. Rolling to the near side as well. Love looking to throw again, looking for Peoples, has him, and he's drilled out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A 1st down. The out pattern once again is successful.
Man, he took a lick again right to the chops. That time from Gordon Carroll. And you know, from our angle, you're not ever sure if it's exactly, what it looked like. As soon as he got through, he started adjusting that helmet, so you know it did. Why don't we go to David after this play, and let's check on that. Even the offensive players are now doing that, Boots, with the towels.
Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. One back behind Love. Love is in some trouble, and he'll be sacked. Sacked all the way back at the 37-yard line. I believe that was Harrison.
And Carroll, you are correct.
Robert Harrison in the game right now getting some playing time, and so the loss back to the 39-yard line. 2nd 11. Let's go to David Davis. And David, a lot of tired players right now.
Yeah, a lot of tired players. The weather's not really that bad down here, guys, but I think everyone has just stepped up their intensity quite a bit, and that's what's going on.
Draw play. Goes to Noel. Noel across the 40, 45, 50, trying to beat the last man. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. The draw play will go 61 yards, and that will not make Coach Copeland very happy.
And he broke a tackle that back about the 25-yard line that probably Coach Copeland will say needed to be made. And then he was not going to be denied as he ran to the end zone.
Well, there was a couple pretty good hands laid on him at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good point.
Was not able to bring him down. 61 yards. A lot of times the Steelers had a 61-yard run against them.
Yeah, I think they're going to
try to go for 2 here.
I think they almost have to, don't they?
Well, not necessarily, because
it's still, it'd be a touchdown and a field goal behind.
Well, that's true, what you're saying now. Trips to the far side, 1 to the near side. 1 back is Null behind Love under center.
We've seen this play already tonight.
Love rolling to the far side, looking to throw. He is one-hops it into the receiver. It is no good, even though the catch is made by Hurt. It was a one-hopper. I think the Round Rock coaching staff wants a defensive penalty for interference. They will not get it. We'll go to the break. 3:08, Techstar Ford, fourth quarter.
Nip in the air, changing leaves, can only mean one thing.
It's football season!
I'm Roger Easter, your local.
Was on the mound. Think we're getting ready for the onside kick? We are. Onside kick, Hamilton's is away. It's up for grabs, and it is loose. And I believe Round Rock has gotten the football. Mr. Gunn jumped up in the air, tried to grab it, did Brady. It went through his hands, and Round Rock was able to get on top of the football.
Yeah, Brady gets his head. He probably goes and scores because everybody ran right by him. Well.
And the scoreboard has gone out here at Memorial Stadium, so if you didn't think it could get any worse, it now has. Boy, the Stephenville offense and defense at times has looked great, and at other times has not looked so good. KSTV has had technical problems, and now the scoreboard has gone out. Let's go on the sideline to David Davis and allow him to give us a Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury update.
Well, the good news is the Cross Timbers Orthopedic Clinic injury update is there are no injuries tonight, and that's a good way to be. I can't even tell how much time is left in the game. What, about 3 minutes?
3:01.
3:01 is what we're guessing.
3:01 and no injuries, and that's a great thing to have at the end of the game. Hey, just going to tell you real quick, that last defensive series there where the score came, the guys came off the field, and there was a little bit of I'm trying to choose the right words here.
From the coaching staff?
No, from each other.
Oh.
They were kind of grousing each other a bit, and then when the onside kick happened and Round Rock recovered, everybody was doing everything they could to get each other worked up to get out there and make a good showing to make up for the score.
All righty, David Davis, appreciate that. It'll be 1st and 10 for Round Rock after the onside kick. The ball is at the 48-yard line of Stephenville, and
we're going to run without a clock. It was 3:01 is what was on the clock. Maybe not.
And this may be a scenario where...
Yeah, it's probably one of those deals like where, I walked through the room that time, and unplugged the transmitter. Trip. Oh, sorry.
and the time Steve Ross decided to take a nap in the back transmitter room, and in his sleep he kicked the plug and knocked the station off the air.
There, it's back on.
All righty. All zeros.
3:01 is where it was.
I wonder what Nemo has to say right now.
It was 47-9 was the score. You could get that back up there.
Yeah, 47-9. Is that the score?
Oh, well.
No, they got it right.
I think it was already kind of programmed in.
21-9 the score. 3:01 remaining in the fourth quarter. Well, Round Rock fans are up, standing up, having a good time.
Well, this is the closest they've been to Stephenville in 2 years. What's the official doing? No, it was 3:01, brother.
3:05 is maybe
no, it was 3:01. I'm telling you, it was 3:01, you clown. No.
Jay's hollering at him out the window.
It was 3:01. I looked. Oh well. 5 seconds better not make a difference, or 4 seconds.
1st and 10 for Round Rock at the Stephenville 48-yard line. 3:05.
Can fans take their feet and try to cheer on this defense?
Twins on the near side, twins to the far side. Love again under center. Looking to throw, has across the middle. Hurt. Ball is badly underthrown to Hurt. It's incomplete. It'll set up 2nd down and 10.
Scott Lee in amongst about 5 guys in white jerseys back there, just having his way, trying to bust through there.
Tommy Garcia, the 5'8", 205-pound guard, has been lining up over Mr. Harmon. He just went to a knee. Finally, he's gotten up. Now he's going to come back to the line of scrimmage. Well, bless that young man for his strength at this point. Trips to the near side, one to the far side. Love is under center, one man back. Behind him it is Knoll. Throwing out in the flats, the ball is tipped, but still caught by Peoples. He gets inside the 40, escapes one tackle to the 38-yard line. It'll be very close to the yardage needed for the 1st down.
When you watch this on the replay on cable, if you can remember this play right here at 2:53.
Timeout is being taken here. Let's see by who. Official timeout for measurement. And
wait till you see what Harmon did to the center that time.
Well, look at Garcia, who they're working on the 45-yard line right now.
I'm telling you, number 50 for a Round Rock, that would be Jason Mulvey. Just got destroyed by Harmon. Harmon was just like the old forearm shiver, except that he just extends his hands, and he didn't know where he was for a moment.
2:53 and counting, 21-9, Stephenville of Round Rock. The ball is...
Remember when the young Mike Tyson, when he's like 19, they'd start the fight. Bing, they hit the bell, and just before they knew it, he was just killing people. That's kind of what it looks like at the snap of the ball. Arms wailing everywhere.
Just wanting to get whatever he can. First and 10 for Round Rock. The measurement showed it was enough. Love back onto the field. 37-yard line. I'd be really interested to know time of possession of the second half.
Well, they had 5:40 on that one drive that stalled, so they pretty well owned this half.
Love under center, play action, setting up, throwing out in the flats, underthrown again, and I think it's a situation, Mr. Love, even though he's under pressure, probably getting tired right now.
Now that was Gordon Carroll again, who just upended him. He's getting hit. There's not like one particular guy. They're all getting shots at him.
Is that 11 minutes of this quarter?
No, the half.
All right. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. Ball is still at the 38-yard line after the incompletion. Second down and 10. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Love, once again under center. He will
nose guard.
He'll be a sore man tomorrow as the Jackets getting a 50 defense. Coming is Gordon, and he nails him. The ball is up for grabs, and it's almost caught, and no interference is called. Oh, I thought interference was going to be called as Gilson just destroyed Love as he let that ball get away, and I'm surprised he still had enough to get the ball to John Peoples, who got his fingertips on it at the 5, almost caught the ball, and looked to me like Peoples had one of the Jacket defensive backs riding him a little bit.
Man, I tell you, I am impressed with Love's arm strength. He's throwing that into the wind, albeit it's not as hard as it was.
On his back.
On his back, exactly. And throwing it 50 yards.
2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Once again, Love under center, 3rd down and 10. Play action, it's a draw. Give the ball to Noel, and he'll go to the line of scrimmage, and that will be it. It'll set up 4th down with 2:24 as Clayton Harmon is the first man there to make the stop.
Was not going to be fooled that time. Boy, that front four, Carroll, Harmon, Parks, and Lee, having a big night tonight, Boots.
4th down and 10 coming here for Round Rock.
Oh, here's your ball game right here.
2:04 and counting. Two to the far side. Check that. 3 to the far side. 1 to the near side. 1 back is behind Love. Love rolling to the far side. Setting up. Throwing on the far side. It's over the head of everyone, and Love was just cratered by Harmon.
Golly. Look at him. That's a tired young man leaving the field. And if you're from Round Rock, you got to tip your hat to that guy. If you're from Stephenville, you can tip your hat to him.
He threw 38 passes tonight.
And, you know, in the NFL, they keep up with those stats of sacks and hurries. I bet out of the 38, about 34 of them were hurries because he was getting hammered every time he threw the football. Great front four defense tonight. And the Yellow Jackets can just run the football out.
Briles approaches to the line.
They got a couple of timeouts in there.
1st and 10 for the Jackets as the ball turns over on downs at 37-yard line. Handoff for the right side. Haney gets the ball to the 40, a pickup of about 3. 1:42 and counting. Round Rock will take a timeout.
Hi, folks. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, and we're gearing up for another year of Stephenville sports. There's no better way to get to this year's games than in a new car or truck from Bruner Motors. Now,
Welcome back. Bashaw lines up to the near side. Briles under center. 2 backs behind him. Handoff goes to Hunter. Hunter looking for a seam across the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 6 on the play. It'll set up now 3rd down and about 1 to 2. And Round Rock will take another timeout. Their final one.
Look at that Chevy Silverado. I could rule the pasture in that. And there's a new Sunfire. I could get some bovine babes with that. And how about that Montana? Big enough to get a...
Third and 2, Briles under center. Handoff over the right side. Hunter finds a seam. He gets the 1st down out to the 48-yard line, and that will just about do it. The clock will stop momentarily as they advance the chains, and Round Rock having either 1 or no timeouts remaining, depending on who you're talking to down on the field.
I thought they had already taken 3, but unless the official just didn't indicate it, they usually do. Pump their hand, 3 times.
1:24 and counting.
Surely they won't take any more timeouts now.
Well, we saw last week.
Surely.
First and 10 ball will be at the Jacket 48-yard line. Briles in the game. Under center, 2 backs behind him. Walker is the tailback. Haney is the fullback. Handoff to the fullback is Haney. Haney will get to the line of scrimmage. That will be it. 56 seconds and counting. Round Rock will not stop the clock. 21-9. Stephenville will advance into the bye week 3-0. A la not pretty, but sometimes you like to win ugly.
One more play is all they got to run.
Second down and 10.
I guarantee you a W is a W no matter how you get it.
I hear what you're saying. 21-9. Stephenville will win tonight over Round Rock. Briles under center. 27 seconds and counting. Take the snap and we'll go to a knee. Will Kendal, and that will just about do it. 18 seconds and counting. Stephenville goes to 3-0. Round Rock on the early season goes to 1-1. And wait a minute, Round Rock has taken their last timeout.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you have got to be kidding.
No, I'm sorry, but that's no class right there.
They had already started to walk onto the field, and a timeout has been taken by Round Rock.
When you take a knee, you got to be kidding me.
1-1 is 11 seconds will be remaining on the clock. You know, and I don't think anybody in the event staff saw the timeout taken either. And I just barely glanced up to see Round Rock calling the timeout. So 11 seconds remaining as a timeout is taken.
Coach Briles said, well, we'll just air one out there.
Oh, would that be?
Let's throw one about 53, huh? Go back like you're going to take a knee and then just... Remember that with
who did that?
Buddy Ryan against the Dallas Cowboys?
I think I may have seen Bradshaw try that a time or two as well.
I guarantee you I would heave it right here, but that's why I'm not a coach.
Briles in shotgun will now go to a knee, and that will do it. 10 seconds and counting. Our final score tonight.
Now why are we stopping the clock?
We are stopping the clock again. Why? Keep going, clock. We're finally going to let this one blow out. Finally, 21-9. Stephenville will be victorious over Round Rock, going 3-0.